Two casters are on the biggest stage in Valorant history. Let's take a look at their warm-up before they shoutcast. Did you bring your notes this time? Of course. They're just in my head somewhere. And somehow they would change the way esports are enjoyed. Hey guys, we're live in 3, 2. Every match they casted felt like a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Kang still holding the ground. Lockdown goes down. Get out of it! Get out of it! This guy is like a heat-seeking missile. He's going. No way! P13 and it is GG.
They weren't just calling the game; they were the moment.
Hang on. What? Obi's found 3. Obi's so low. Obi! No way!
Can you believe it? Oh my God!
He's trying to save Demon now. Oh my God! This guy is out of this world.
A duo whose chemistry changed the way games are enjoyed. This is the story of Panpoc.
No, this Aspas. I have to go 8.
Meet Lauren Pansy Scott, who just ranked Aspas as number 8 in player rankings. Before she became the voice of Valorant, like most kids, she played Doom with her dad. Good taste. Unlike most kids, it changed her life. By 15, she was competing in Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Her involvement in the scene led her to start casting matches, marking the beginning of her commentary career.
Overbearing timers against the Wingham, gets one, gets two, gonna get a third. No, now steals that from advantage.
A few years later, she moved over to playing Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod, where she competed in 2 LAN events. But prize money wasn't paying rent, so she used her reputation to facilitate her transition into casting within the COD community. Battlefield 3 and 4 came next, huge titles supported by esports organizer ESL. She started with smaller tournaments and then quickly climbed the ranks thanks to her fast-paced casting style and sharp reads of the game.
This is a disaster for the infamous side. Have they let it slip at the final hurdle? Unbelievable, but I can't believe this, Alex. Is this gonna really happen?
With ESL behind her, a new opportunity appeared, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The game launched in 2012 and Pansy was right there with it at the start.
It's not bad. Okay. Oh my God.
Her play-by-plays, deep FPS knowledge, and fearless delivery quickly made her one of CSGO's most recognizable voices.
Blinded up tabs for a second, but he takes another fight, he wins it. Stacks fights on it does! Inhuman performance from him, going above and beyond.
During her CS years, she didn't just stick to one lane. Pansy lent her talents to games like Dirty Bomb and World of Tanks, showing her versatility in the broader casting landscape. But by 2019, cracks had started to show. Despite her experience, she struggled to break into top-tier events. Underpaid, overlooked, and dealing with a toxic community. Something had to give. Not much is known about Hypoc before 2016. He started competing in Overwatch, grinding tier 3 tournaments where he'd see some decent placements. But only in 2018 did he make a name for himself. He'd start competing in PUBG, where he'd land some good results and get picked up as a content creator by Optic.
Hey, what's up guys? Hypoc Socials here.
But when his position lacked stability, he made his biggest pivot yet, casting. Turns out, Hypoc had a talent for breaking down the chaos.
You see K-Mine's pinned behind the rock. One of the things he does really well here is the way that he peeks out and the timings of his peaks.
At the same time, Pansy had also moved over to casting PUBG's biggest global events. Same game, same passion.
So if you played like any other game that has like an SMG in it with a high... Quit out real quick. We definitely didn't see it. Just quit out. It's fine.
Absurdly, we wouldn't see them cast PUBG together due to differences in their roles and the events they were involved in. Though they'd get close, funnily enough, it just never happened. But change was coming.
Standing! Oh, this guy is just out of this world! He keeps going! He keeps fighting! Oh my God! Inhuman reaction from something! Oh! Like this.
When Riot announced Valorant, it wasn't just a new game. It was a fresh start for a whole genre. And for some, it was a second life. For Pansy, it was a reset button. New game, new audience, same lethal precision. She brought years of FPS insight into Valorant's early tournaments. Calm under pressure, brutally honest, and always a step ahead of the play.
And now what is going on here? Fight on the site, Ethan wins it. The backline now going to start being tested. Ethan's noted it. He knows he's in trouble. He needs the help to come in. They're being overwhelmed on the site. Ethan trying to do everything he can. He's got so much pressure.
Strangely, despite both being top tier, they weren't paired up. At least, not yet. Hypoc too saw an opening. After making his name in PUBG, both behind the mic and on the server, Valorant was his next frontier. His breakdowns were surgical. Where others casted the chaos, Hypoc could see the blueprint.
Throws out his recon bolt, which spots the enemy Sage and the Raze. Artist quickly finds 2 more kills, including the spike carrier, and he is able to stay in this position due to the angle that Mixwell is holding.
But then came the event, the mandatory .GG Cup. A small tournament by name, but it gave birth to something bigger.
Dives right in there. Lego trying to help out his buddies, but Artist is on the task, and he's not going to let this one slip. The site's theirs. The utility is down, and the spike will be soon.
2 players up in heaven. This is difficult. The showstopper's actually going to get popped, and that's going to find Mixwell on default. Russ has got to swing onto Graffiti here, but the crossfire is good. Pit will find 1, and he will find his 3rd on the round there.
The community instantly felt it. The pace, the banter, the calm reads, and explosive calls. It just worked. People started asking, why haven't they always been casting together?
What would you call then a Marshall Eco or Marshiko?
One tournament turned into another, and another, and what started as a one-off pairing became a powerhouse duo. There's hype casting, then there's impact casting, and somewhere along the way, Panpoc became the heartbeat of Valorant's biggest moments.
Oh my god!
How is he alive? Aspas flies out of there, and Ye is just baffled, dazed and confused, but Victor's got Sadak. None of us saw it at the start of this round. Aspas though, good for 1.
Oh my god.
Good for 2, and now just the 1v1. And the correct guess, Victor, none the wiser, forced to pull the trigger. Aspas, the unthinkable again.
They're the kind of duo you call when the stakes are high. Grand finals, playoff days, the matches that define legacies. Some duos bicker and talk past each other, but Hypoc really hates high fives.
What the hell is that?
They're loved by the community, and they're professional at least 90% of the time.
And the spike is in spawn. Thank you, Mel. Is that Mel?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, it's Mel. Hey, Mel.
And even though they had haters, Pansy would let it motivate her.
If you care what other people think or are anonymous on the internet, you need to knock that on the head straight away, because at the end of the day, a lot of people look at you and they're very opinionated.
But through it all, she never stopped. She didn't get loud, she just kept her excellency. And with Hypoc, it wasn't about one voice overpowering the other. It was balance, trust, and rhythm. It was like watching 2 people tell the same story with perfect timing. They made it look easy, but their impact runs deep.
Oh, it's a massacre, but in all the weirdest ways. Soulcast now has to deal with it. Quick flashes, you can see him trying to deal with this pressure. Swinging ahead of the flash. It's perfect play from Soulcast.
Casting isn't just commentary, it's storytelling. And together, Panpoc told some of shoutcasting's greatest chapters.
Yeah, no, as a starter, I guess just it's a thank you to all the fans along, whatever time span you watched me work. I've done this in various titles, various games, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Maybe you've only known who I am for the last 5 years, 3 months, who knows? But you know what? That's fantastic, and I hope I've got to involve you in something, maybe snare the idea of what makes gaming great, what makes esports great, and I hope I got to create that journey for you. So that's kind of it. Hopefully I did all right.
Hey, what's up guys? If you watched all the way through, let me know who your favorite duo is of all time. Not just casters, I mean any duo. For me, Batman and Robin are iconic, but I also love Bear and Willis. That's my dog and cat. They're pretty iconic too. Hi Bear.
Cena actually going to try and drift past it, but they have to be aware of the possibility. Cena actually comes through. He finds the